The most interesting thing on stocks is actually momentum, how fast a stock moves up. But sometimes that momentum actually reduces or becomes slower. But to the naked eye, even if you're looking at charts, वो slowness जो है वो नहीं दिखता. You can't tell whether that's happened or not. And there is one tool to actually detect whether momentum of a stock has reduced or not. Now, this could be helpful for you for a variety of reasons. Maybe you might want to check your stop losses. You might want to just know that the stock is reducing. You could even use it on the index to find out that momentum has decreased. But I'm no expert on this because we have to learn something called divergences. And I know one person who understands this super well, and that is Sharma sir.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Very good. So, aap sikhao yaar, what are divergences and how does this work?
Basically, divergence is you go in a car from, say, Noida to, say, Agra. All right. And you go at, say, 60 km per hour. All right. The next time you go from Noida to farther than Agra, but at a speed of, say, 40 km per hour.
Okay.
All right. So this is actually what can be measured on a chart too. A price goes high. Next time it goes higher, but when it goes higher, it goes at a lesser momentum or the speed of the price decreases. So this divergence between the movement of the price, which makes a higher high or a lower low, but the momentum doesn't match up.
So why should I care about this? Matlab, is it because maybe the chances of like a sideways happening is higher because now momentum, like why should I care? Matlab, upar to ja hi raha hai na?
Yeah, because you know, there's an experiment which we'll do in one of our videos in future. Before the trend changes, it is highly likely that the momentum fades.
इसमें I'll be honest, okay? Like I think people know me and I've said this many times. मुझे लगता है ना, we should not predict whether market might change. If it changes, I think you should just reverse. But I will be a learner in this video.
Yeah.
So let's see some examples, some real charts. I think you've opened them. तो वो देखते पहले तो मुझे आप बताओ ये आप measure कैसे कर रहे हो? And then we'll look at some examples and then we'll understand how useful this is. But this is a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's a concept. It's not a trading system or strategy that we are going to teach. It's just a concept. But everybody who is keen to learn technical analysis should know this. Otherwise, their knowledge will stand on weak legs. So this is something that everyone should know. What happens is that a price is moving up. It's making higher highs. We need a momentum indicator to, exactly mimic the price movement.
This is price.
Yeah, this is price.
Okay.
Right, I'll write over here, price. And we need a momentum indicator to exactly mimic it. So we can choose RSI. We can even choose stochastics, but I'll choose RSI over here. So the price goes up. So the momentum goes up. That's a momentum indicator. It can be RSI. It can be stochastics.
It can be anything.
Yeah, it can. You can even use ADX. I'm using RSI over here. All right. So what happens is, this is the normal movement. All right. Sometimes what happens is the price makes an higher high, but the RSI or the momentum indicator, momentum fades. It doesn't make a higher high. So this difference is called divergence between the price and the momentum. The price did go up, but it went with less momentum. So if you use this little information and make more confirmations, you can make a trading setup out of this. How are trading setups made? Out of little pieces of information. So this is one piece of information which you have. You can use this in many ways and make a trading setup, which we have actually done in our workshops.
Interesting. So I'll just try to summarize this a little bit. So how is generally the way a momentum indicator is built ki, let's suppose the market has gone up. Okay. Ab iska momentum they have to find. So generally, now I'll draw the same thing over here, but in a candlestick chart. If they were all bullish candles like this, right? The momentum indicator will basically look something like this.
Yeah, sure.
But there's another way that the market can also go up. It can be gap up, fall. So this is a down bar. and then gap up fall. This is a down bar, right? And then there's this thing. Then maybe another gap up over here, and then a huge fall. So theoretically, यहाँ पे there was a lot of intraday selling, but it's sort of still gapped up every day.
Right.
I'm guessing the momentum will not look like this. I don't know what it'll look like. It'll probably look steeper or something like that. That there was no momentum. So although price may go up, there may actually not be enough buying power. So in this case, there was a lot of buying. Over here, there was not. And that's why the indicator will tell us that price went up, but momentum nahi tha. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So the price is going up, but momentum is decreased. That's why there is a divergence
Between the price and the momentum.
and you've connected the highs just to know. And this is a line chart, right?
Visually, it's better to spot it on a line chart.
I hope we're not doing this on a 5-minute chart. Is
No, not on a 5-minute chart. On a weekly time frame or a monthly time frame.
cool? Can you show us? Let's.
I'll just show it to you on the chart. So here we open a Bank Nifty chart, monthly chart. First thing that you need to do when you're checking out divergences is please switch it to a line chart.
Okay.
It will be easier to spot it. And the momentum indicator that we are going to use is Relative Strength Index, RSI. All right. So we have the RSI plotted over here. Right now, to understand the concept, let's choose the default setting 14. If you just have a glance over it, the price and the RSI mimics each other. This made a higher high. On the RSI also a higher high was made. But, sometimes this doesn't happen. Look at two scenarios over here on this chart itself. Over here, if you see this high over here, this is a higher high.
Oh, just like the one you drew here.
Yeah, I'll just draw a trend line over here.
Okay.
It can be even, 5 points higher, 1 point higher. Higher high is a higher high. Make a trend line over here. This is a lower high.
Exactly like the one you drew here.
Yeah. This means that, price went higher from here. It made a higher. But the momentum in this movement faded.
Compared to the last move.
Yeah. Again, say the same thing, 100 km per hour. Here it went at 60 km per hour.
And यहाँ पे it doesn't mean the market will crash, I think, right? It means कि just momentum faded. Bas, that's all it means.
There's a piece of information that momentum has faded. Now you can use this concept.
To whatever means you have.
Yeah.
Whatever ends you want.
Yeah. Over here, the market came a little down. All right. Not crash.
A lot actually.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is, all right.
This is the corona crash, right?
Yeah, this is the COVID crash. All right. This information which we have right now, one thing is very clear. When you see this divergence on the charts, you will not go long.
Achha.
Short nahi karenge. We'll not short, but at least we should not go long.
Or become less aggressive to go long, maybe.
I'll just show you some recent setups, some recent happenings in the world market. Let's go to Dow Jones Index. All right. So if I plot RSI over here, you see that when the DJI was at an all-time high, you see this is a higher high.
No, even the peak after that also went.
Yeah.
Correct.
And this is also a higher high.
ठीक है.
But when you see over here, this is a lower high and again a lower high. So you see, the speed or the momentum fading. And we did have a correction from there.
Got it.
Right. So when you see this setup, this kind of formation, at least don't go long.
So I have so many questions. The opposite भी होता है क्या?
Yeah, let's see the opposite one. Glad you mentioned it. So let's go ahead and check this out.
So we're going down, momentum fades, and maybe it goes sideways or it goes up or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, so before I show you in the opposite direction, lower low and a lower high on the momentum, I want to tell you, check this out at two places. Don't check this out randomly. Check it out at an all-time high, when a security is at an all-time high. Okay. That is where the momentum
Might fade.
Might fade. And check it out at supports and resistances. Clear-cut support, not a iffy support or resistance. A clear-cut support. All right.
2008 का high ऐसा type का.
Like over here. This is a clear-cut support over here. All right. Where, the market turned down. So over here, if you see, DJI was making lower lows. The momentum was making lower lows. All right. Once it made a lower high over here, this is a divergence which did not work out. All right. The market made another lower low. But over here, exactly at this place, there was divergence, which is clearly visible. But I just switch to the candlestick charts, and you see.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Very clear. And the market jumped from here.
Can I just see this?
And this is where, Sunak became the PM too. Exactly. So, I mean,
now it's more clear. See, I'll just extend this so thoda easier hoga. But basically, this going up, this is your divergence, and this going down. Cool. So it worked here also.
At a very critical,
यार अब मुझे ऐसा थोड़ा डर लग रहा है. ये तो I understood, but अभी इंडिया का markets are going up. So has momentum faded on Nifty and Bank Nifty?
Let's check out on Bank Nifty.
Looks pretty okay actually.
Actually, yeah, but we need to wait. We need to be very cautious. Every data is saying we need to be cautious. But let it complete.
Let it complete the month. Let it complete December.
Yeah. This is
so if December closes here, this is a divergence. If December closes much higher, there's no divergence.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Okay guys, so this is a Nifty chart monthly. And we are going to the era when Nifty was at all-time high in 2007 and the recession happened. One of the tenets of technical analysis is price discounts everything.
Right.
Over here, if you see, this is a higher high when it was at an all-time high, and then the recession happened, and there is a divergence and the market crashed. Let's go to a recent chart which we also mentioned in our YouTube live videos, which we have on every Friday. This is Nifty IT, all right. So if you see over here, there's a slight lower low.
बहुत minor है यार,
but it is a lower low.
Okay. If you see the numbers, it's a lower low.
Yeah. If you see the numbers, it's a lower low. We should look at the ones which are occurring at prominent places. For example, this is occurring at a very great place. If you were to, go short on any IT stock,
probably not a good time to do
Not a good time.
There's another kind of divergence also, which is like management divergence. When, for example, Mark Zuckerberg ka vision and public ka expectation of the company.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, bad joke. But you show me one more example.
My whole childhood was a divergence. My parents' expectations and my performance. So I've been living in divergences. That is why this is my favorite topic.
Sabka yahi kahani hai.
Anyways, so let's take one more example. Let's take Axis Bank.
Ek stock.
Don't take illiquid stocks. Let's go back in the time. All right. Over here in 2019, this is a weekly chart. So you see a clear high at an all-time high. That's very important. To check it out at all-time high, all-time low, and very important supports and resistances, all right, which everyone knows. And there you see a divergence. It came down, went up. So this was a very important area where there was huge selling pressure, and then it crashed from here. And in the end, I would say, indicators are much maligned, that they don't work. Indicators give you some information, all right. RSI gives you an information on momentum. It does give you the information.
Yeah. Dude, I think the problem is, right, they're like, देखो, RSI hai, it goes to 90, short sell kar do. It goes to 20, kharid lo. I think that is a problem because that may or may not be correct, right? Their job is to indicate some piece of information.
Correct.
That's it. And then people want to simplify their lives and be like, yaar, kyun padha rahe ho? Just tell me where to buy and sell. But that's not, no, I would love that people open up, and if you agree with us, please put it in the comments, subscribe, like, do all of that. So as we know, an indicator indicates some piece of information. RSI tries to indicate momentum. तो एक टास्क देते हैं. So you tell us Bollinger Bands या Bollinger Bands, पता नहीं कैसे बोलते हैं, but what does it try to indicate? Put it in the comments, and the first 5 people will get a like from me. So Sharma ji, I think this was a lot of fun. I think I learned a lot.
Even I had amazing time explaining this. Guys, please do subscribe and see you in the next video.